friends, I'm officially back to filming. I don't know if you'll have seen my blog post yet, but my sister is better now. She is back home, so I'm going to pick up for the month of December back to vlogging. I'm weekly vlogging again, which will go up on Sundays, and I'm going to be making some Christmas content for you for the month of December after this video, which is my November favorites, as you already know by the title. So I have kind of an interesting assortment of things to share with you today, so I want to go ahead and get right into it. So let's get started. So the only fashion favorite that I have this month, really, is this Gagged Girl choker. If you don't know that brand, it's Courtney Reed, who plays Jasmine in the Broadway Aladdin right now. And she and some of her friends make these beautiful, beautiful chokers. I bought 3 for different friends for Christmas. They're just beautiful, they're handmade. I have this one, it's called New York City Heartbeat. I love it because it's really interesting while just being a black choker, and I also love them because they all have cute little things on the end. I don't know if you can see that, but I am just super in love with this, and they're actually pretty affordable for being handmade. So I definitely would recommend buying those. They have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas collection if you're looking for gifts for people, and I will put a link to their website down below. I have several beauty favorites from this month. And one of the first ones, I'm sorry they look a little bit gross right now, are these Real Techniques brushes. This one is the, it just says Real Techniques by Sam and Nick shading brush. So it's an eyeshadow brush. I really don't know what eyeshadow brushes are for, but I like this one. And this is a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which I use for foundation. I used it today. I love this brush so much. I'm super into it. I'm not really into the Beauty Blender thing. I've tried it. I don't really like it. But I love using this to put on foundation, so I highly recommend these. You can buy them at like Target and obviously online in different places. They're very affordable. I had never realized how affordable they are until I actually saw them in Target, so I definitely want more of these. My next favorite is actually this CoverGirl So Lashy Blast Pro Mascara, which I'm wearing today. I actually got it in an influencer box, so I was sent it as part of like a contest thing, but I actually genuinely love it. I'm not saying this in this video because they asked me to. The applicator is really interesting. It has a strange ball thing on the end, but that's so that you can use it to kind of like reach those really hard to get places like on either end of your eyelashes. And I am kind of a snob about mascara typically. I really like the Benefit Roller Lash and the Too Faced Better Than Sex, as everyone does, but I'm super into this. Like I actually choose this, like I did today, over other things, and I chose this before I realized I was filming this video. So I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a drugstore mascara. I finally caved and bought MAC Velvet Teddy the last time I was at the mall. It is the most beautiful lipstick. I'm wearing it right now. It's this beautiful pinky nude color. I like it because it's not too girly, but it's really pretty. Oh, go back down. I get why it's a cult favorite. I'd heard, I think it's Freddie My Love. I'll put her link down below to her channel, talk about it before, and I was like, I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. I get it now. I love it so much. I've been wearing it like every other day. And finally, I wanted a new foundation because while I like the drugstore one that I'm using, I sometimes feel like it comes off really easily throughout the day, and I tend to be on campus sometimes from like 9:30 to 9 at night. So I decided to try out the Too Faced Born This Way. I have the shade Ivory, which is the palest shade. I'm wearing it today. I really like it. It's pretty good full coverage. It does come off a bit by like the end of a 12-hour day, but not too badly. And I put it on with that Real Techniques brush, and I think it actually does fairly well. My skin's very broken out right now, and it hides it quite well. But yeah, it's aesthetically beautiful. It feels really nice. I highly recommend it, and it's not super expensive for like a high-end foundation. So I'm a huge fan of this. I'm so glad that I tried it out. Okay, let's see. I have my list here of my favorites in my Carrie Hope Fletcher Hopeful Journal, which I do all my listing stuff in for blog and YouTube stuff. Oh, okay. So I have an album, a book, a TV show, a movie, and a store. We'll start with the store. I made my first ASOS order. I am obsessed with it. All of it worked. I also ordered a bunch of Christmas presents. My little sister Hannah ordered some stuff. I'm just in love with it. Like, ASOS brand is great. Everything that they stock is great. Their customer service is great. Yeah, basically I'm obsessed with it, and I can't wait to make more orders from them. Even though I typically don't really like online shopping, because I have difficulty knowing my size, but I ordered things and everything that came like fit, except for one item, but my mom ended up taking it because it fit her, so I'm super pleased with that. So the next item I have to show you is this book by Giovanna Fletcher, who is Carrie Hope Fletcher's sister-in-law and Tom Fletcher of the Band McFly's wife, and my favorite author. I finally got a hold of this book for my birthday. It's called Dream Little Dream. Her books are super hard to get in the US, so I'm sorry if you're American and are watching this. They're super easy to get in the UK though. You can just go to Waterstones or whatever. I love her writing so much. She does like romance, fiction stuff, but I just find her character super engaging. I love her writing style. This one's really interesting. Okay, it's basically about like this girl. She starts dreaming about this guy that she knew at university, and then he comes into her office, and so it's kind of about her trying to reconcile that she's having these dreams about him, but also like seeing him in real life. And it also though is about when you are in the same friend group as your ex and how you deal with that and how that kind of influences all of your relationships with your friends and stuff. I highly, highly recommend this if you can get your hands on it. I loved it so much. I'm probably going to reread it over winter break. Okay, so the TV show that I want to talk about is Supergirl, which many of you may already know that I am obsessed with Supergirl. I've been watching it since day one. I write recaps of it for BroadwayWorld.com, and I will put a link to my latest recap down below. But I am loving it so much this season. Chris Wood, who is also an alum of my university, so I love him for that, joined the show to play Mon-El, who's an alien who has come to Earth from Krypton's sister planet, Daxam. And he and Kara definitely have a romance going, and I just love that. One of the characters on the show is the character in, kind of there was leaked that there would be a character coming out as gay in kind of all the comic book based shows, the superhero shows, and it's one of the characters on Supergirl. I don't want to give it away if you watch it or want to watch it but haven't caught up, and I think that they dealt with it really beautifully. I like that they kind of brought the LGBT community in with a character coming out, because I feel like a lot of times on TV shows there's like the gay character, but they never actually deal with what it's like to come out, and particularly to your family. So I just think that it's been really beautiful. Obviously, I'm not a member of the LGBT community, so like I can't speak to that personally, but from what I know from my friends who are, they dealt with it really, really beautifully for a TV show. So it's made me even more a fan of the show, and I'm just loving it so much. Definitely watch it if you haven't already. The album that I want to talk to you about is Leslie Odom Jr.'s Christmas album. It is the album that I made an exception for. Typically, I make no Christmas music until after Thanksgiving person. I made an exception for this album because it is beautiful. It has so many of my favorites. It has some like jazzy renditions of things. I would highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't already. Leslie has a beautiful voice. He's a really, really lovely man. I was lucky enough to meet him at Hamilton Stage Door this summer. And his Christmas album is just beautiful. The last thing I want to talk about is Moana. I saw Moana the week that it came out, the Friday, I think, after it came out. It is so beautiful. I know that some people aren't crazy about it, and I don't think it's as good as Tangled. I'm not even sure if I would say it's as good as Frozen, but it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. It's so culturally sensitive. It has this super strong female lead who is just amazing. I love the character of Moana. It has The Rock voicing a character. To be honest, I didn't like Maui as much as I thought I was going to, but I think that's partially because I loved Moana herself so much. It has a really great message, and it has Pua. Even though he's not in as much of the movie as I wanted him to be, but I finally know it's a boy. His name is indeed pronounced Pua. So yeah, Pua and I were very happy with the movie. But yeah, I just love Moana so much. I've been listening to the soundtrack non-stop. Obviously, I love it because it's Lin's music, but I think he did a really beautiful job incorporating kind of the island sound with the traditional Disney sound. The movie itself actually reminds me a lot of The Lion King, more so than like a typical Disney princess movie. I definitely want to go see it again. I may be going to see it again this weekend because I just think it's a gorgeous film. It's visually stunning. Moana herself is great. The music is great. The villain is really interesting, even though to me, I felt like the true antagonist of it was actually the self-doubt of the characters. The two leads, Maui and Moana, not like the villain, because there's like a series of different monsters that they have to overcome. I loved the plotline with the grandma. I cried like 4 times whenever I saw it in the theater. I was kind of a mess. I also just cried the first time I heard Lynn's voice, which was interesting, but I'm not that surprised that I did that. So I'm a huge fan of Moana. Definitely go see it. It's definitely worth seeing, especially if you have kids, or even if you don't like have kids in your life to take to it. But yeah, 2 thumbs up for Moana. Those are all of my November favorites. I know I've been talking kind of fast. I was trying to get through this quickly because I have to go do a volunteering thing right after this. Let me know what you loved in the month of November. Let me know if you want to see a December favorites at the end of this month. And let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see me do either on my weekly vlogs or film for the month of December or January, because I'm super open to suggestions. I'm very excited to get back into filming after taking a bit of a break for personal reasons. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, of course, and I will put links to everything I can find in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, or yeah, and let me know if you've seen Moana yet and what you thought of it, because I would love to discuss with more people. Alright, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!